Welcome back, friends. So, in this video, we will learn how to install Kali Linux on VMware Workstation. So, I have created videos on my YouTube channel that is related to Windows Server 2012 and other operating systems. In those videos are in very much detail. However, I got some requests where people asked, can you show us how to install Kali Linux on your VMware Workstation? And there is an article that I have already published on my website. So there is a reason why I could not come very frequently because I was working on WordPress, learning WordPress and developing sites. So this is our site. I'll give the link in the description as well. So if you go to recent post, so you can see I have this VMware Workstation running. Sorry, the article on how to install Kali Linux on VMware Workstation, and there is a video like how to install uh, VMware Workstation on your Windows device. So a detailed video is there. So if you want to install VMware Workstation, you can go through this video and install VMware Workstation. It is already installed on my machine, so I'll not go through like how to install VMware Workstation, but a detailed video on how to install Kali Linux on VMware Workstation. So let us start. So if you go through this article as well, it will show you the steps, and the first step is to obtain the Kali Linux ISO image. So from where we get the ISO image, Kali Linux ISO image. So you go to kali.org and you go to the download section, and here you get to this page. Choose your Kali virtual machines. Virtual machines are already like pre-configured virtual machines. They'll give you a user ID and password, but we are going to install step by step through an ISO image. So we'll click on installer images and 64-bit, and if you once you click on it, it will start downloading. Right, so you need to make sure when you are downloading, it is the ISO file which gets downloaded to your machine. So you can see here it is the ISO file which I'm downloading. If you get lost somewhere, you will end up installing 7-zip, but that is not the purpose of this video. This video takes you through the ISO image installation. So this is downloading. However, I have already downloaded this earlier. This is the ISO image, Kali Linux, like it is in my downloads folder. But let us, while I'm doing the talking, let it download. And as in my earlier videos, you would have seen, like I'm not a pro or an expert or a trainer, right? I am like learning myself, and that experience I want to share it with you because it is very easy to create like write articles, and it has no relevance, right? You get stuck into some error and then you don't know how to fix that error. So my personal experience is like I go through multiple websites when I'm looking for a solution, and actually those solutions, they do not work, right? Just for the sake of filling the internet with articles, right? You go there, but you do not get like you have to search a lot to get to the actual content, right? But this is like where I have tested it myself. Like you can see, I have installed, done the installation, went through all the errors, and then found a way where I can guide you, or I can create a video which is 100% working. That is why the title of this video I have kept as, the title of this video I have kept is 100% working. Uh, Sorry, I don't know. I'm lost somewhere. Okay, yeah, 100% working step by step installation of Kali Linux on VMware Workstation, right? So you can go through it. Moreover, if I walk you through my YouTube channel, you can find videos related to, like, I am also working on understanding the Microsoft Azure suite, which provides you like Microsoft Azure compute services, network services. Then there is Microsoft Entra ID, which is cloud-based identity and access management, as well as a understanding of what an Office 365 subscription is. So, so while creating these videos, like an idea comes to my mind, or somebody requests, like you should create these videos. So I go ahead and create them for you. It is like once you like it, it is like, if it is good, you will definitely like it. If it is not working, I know you won't like it or subscribe to my channel, right? But definitely any YouTube creator or content creator would like someone to subscribe, right? But I'm not asking you to subscribe if you don't like it. If you like it, share it and subscribe it. So we are almost there with the download. So let us see. Okay. Meanwhile, it is downloading. So meanwhile, we will prepare our VMware for an operating system install. So you go to new virtual machine, and as always in other videos as well, I mentioned you need to select custom advanced. So you need to click next. Leave it as it is on this screen, and you click next. And always select I will install the operating system later. And we have to select Linux and other Linux 64-bit. Click next. Now the location, this is what I mentioned in my article. Once you choose the default location inside documents, these virtual machines will start getting backed up to your OneDrive. And if, because I have a paid subscription for OneDrive and it comes with 1 TB of space, I don't want to fill it with the virtual machine that I keep on adding or removing, right? So you need to, if you are installing it on the default location, you need to exclude this location from OneDrive backup, and I'll show you how you do it if you are running OneDrive. So on OneDrive, you open settings. So this is the settings screen, right? And there you choose folders, and you go to documents, and inside documents, if you are installing on your the default location, you will be able to find out this location which is mentioned here. If I go to VMware, this location, so it will create a folder called virtual machines, and it will start backing up those folders. So you can exclude it by, like, once you select it, you have to deselect this option, mark all files available. So you deselect it, and then you will get option to check and uncheck a file, right? This is how you can exclude a file or folder from OneDrive. I'll create a detailed video on OneDrive, as well, like how do you manage OneDrive online, because it is a SaaS application. And if you see my videos, recent 3 videos, they are on infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and platform as a service. We'll discuss it that later in any other video. So virtual machine name, what I want to keep it is like lab Kali Linux maybe, and location would be, I'll change it to my D drive because D drive is not getting backed up with OneDrive. So if you have that option, you choose the D drive, else you go through excluding the VMware folder. Or if you are good with, like, if you're not running OneDrive for backup, it is okay. You can just select the default option and go through it. So I'll just go inside virtual machine and I'll make a new folder and call it Kali Linux Lab. Sorry, Kali Linux Lab. Select it and click OK. So now it will create a virtual machine in the D drive. Click next. Number of processors. I have discussed in the article as well. These number of processors depends upon how much processors, how many cores you have available on your host machine. For Kali Linux to run, we do not need like much processor. It is a fast operating system, I would say. And if we click next from here, you can select the memory for the virtual machine. So I recommend like 2 GB. Or so this blue tick you see, it is the maximum memory available to your on your host machine. So you cannot allocate that. Maximum recommended memory is 27.9 GB, and rest, so rest of the memory it will use for your host operating system. Host operating system is nothing but your machine. Okay, so we will allocate 2 gigabytes of memory to the virtual machine, which is the Kali Linux that we are creating, and we click next. This is network type, and we will use the default one, use network address translation NAT. Click next. Leave it recommended. Click next. Next, and select a disk. So we'll create a new virtual disk. So you can actually select the number, how much drive you can specify here. So maybe I'll put 16 gigs, or based on your interest or requirement, you can make it like, let us make it 20 gigs. Allocate all disk space now. Okay, if you do allocate all disk space now, from D drive it will take 20 GB instantly, and it will reserve it. So we don't want to do that, and we want to split the virtual disk into multiple files. A single file will create a single VMDK file. So we'll see it once I have created this virtual machine. We'll see it next. This is the name of the disk, VMDK. So VMDK is the VMDK is the extension for the virtual machine disk, and it is 20 gigs. Click next, and we are done. So just click finish here, and our machine is created. If you turn it on now, it will not load because there is no bootable drive inside this. So like on any blank machine, how you install operating system is like you put some CD DVD drive in older days. Now you boot it from USB and install the operating system. Here we have already downloaded the ISO file. So we'll go to CD DVD SATA, and we will select use ISO image. Make sure this option is checked. Connect, add power on. Browse it, and you go to your downloads folder, and Kali Linux that we installed now is there. Click OK. Now this ISO file is added. Click OK. Now you see In C drive, you see the ISO file is appearing. If you hover your mouse over, it will show you the ISO file. Now it's time to turn on this virtual machine. So I'll turn it on, and we see like the Kali Linux installation screen is there. In VMware, this is the small screen. If you click on inside this screen, your cursor will go away, and you have to navigate through your arrow keys. I'll press one arrow key down and press enter to install. Now it will come up with all the installation options, and so once you click inside it, your cursor, you'll not be able to view the cursor or take the mouse out of this screen. So you press Control and Alt key, and your mouse will come back, right? But we want to be inside this machine, so you have to click inside and navigate through up and down arrow. So we'll select English as our installation language. Location, you can select like as per your location, and key map, like this is the keyword that you can use. We'll choose American English and leave it, and it is configuring the files. So yeah, let it go through it. And as I have explained to you in other videos, like I'll not fast forward or hide if I get an error message. So this video is going to be long, maybe boring for you. You can increase the speed from your YouTube video screen, the settings, YouTube settings. But I'm not going to escape or fast forward this video because I want complete video on this, and not to skip any part, or maybe if I get an error there, like to make my video successful, I can hide that error, but I won't do that. Now it is asking a host name. So this is nothing but your name of your machine. So I'll mark it as Kali Lab, right? And here you need to use your tab key, like tab on the keyboard to navigate, like to go back and continue. If you press enter, it will take it. However, I just don't press enter. Make sure you are selecting the correct option and then you are pressing the option. Domain name, I'll put as my website again, Byqus.com, and press tab again and click continue. Full name for the new user, this is my name, I'll put it there. And username, this is username like your login name. So I'll put like Nitesh. Only Nitesh is okay. So I'll put, now press the tab key, go to continue and press enter. Now this is the password screen. And you can actually show this, navigate to this show password in clear, right? So if you go there like through tab key and press the space bar, you'll see your password like what you are typing. Okay, and now you go and continue, re-enter your password. So I go there, and now it is setting up the clock. Moreover, I'm planning to create videos like how to use infrastructure as a service, what actually are the services, how you go to Azure portal and create a virtual machine. So these things I'm trying to make, like there are too many requests, like the company I work with or the people want to know, like they're really, Microsoft Suite is really confusing for a new user, like what is Azure, what is Entra ID. So I'll select Eastern as a time zone. Now, please wait, starting up the partitioner. So this is actually like it will select the disk and ask you where you want to install. So here we don't want to play with it right now. We'll go to guided use entire disk. Select the partition. This is the disk that we create, the virtual disk. Enter on this and we'll keep all files in one partition, recommended for new users. We'll click next. Press enter. Finish partitioning and write changes to disk. Okay, we are ready. So we do it. Write the changes to disk. You have to automatically no will be selected, so don't press the enter key in a hurry. So you just go through the navigation using a tab key on the keyboard and go to yes. Press enter. Now it is started installing the base system, which is the kernel that it is installing. Okay. Installing the base system, it is stuck on 83%. Wait for a while. Okay, so it is now select and install software. So now this is screen you need to see. It is already desktop environment is already selected. If there is an asterisk sign, it is already selected. Kali's default desktop environment, Genome and KDE Plasma. If you want to install, you just highlight this through arrow keys and press spacebar. It will get highlighted, but I don't need it for now. When Kali is installed, Kali Linux is installed, you can go inside it and install these features. So we'll discuss it in another video. So we'll go through tab and keys and hit continue. It is like not a bad idea to install KDE Plasma and Genome, but you need to know like exactly what Genome and KDE Plasma does on the Kali Linux or the Linux environment. Sorry. So maybe what is, if you search on the internet what is Genome and KDE Plasma is, it is just a look and feel. So I'll open maybe a notepad and write it for you. So overall, KDE Genome offers a modern user interface where elements are clearly placed for easy identification and usage. So it is just the look and feel, a modern look and feel. However, UI does lack functionality when compared to KDE. KDE, on the other hand, also offers a clean and easy to use interface. Caption: KDE Plasma version 5.2.7, which is on Kubuntu. So KDE Plasma. So in a nutshell, KDE Plasma and Genome are nothing but look and feel of the screen, like how you use it. And without installing Genome and KDE Plasma, like I'm able to use Kali Linux fine. If you want to install it later, like if you feel you need a more beautiful interface, then you can, and user interface, then you can install KDE in Plasma. Or during the installation itself. Now it is clear that what is genome and what is KDE plasma. So you can select that installation. That will take a little longer time. So it is unpacking all the files and folders. I have made this video slow so that you can maybe play this video on your mobile phone and do the installation on the desktop. I don't want to go fast and like furious. Like, okay, if you like short videos, it is okay. Otherwise, I have already mentioned this video will be long. It will take you through the complete experience, and then only like you will be able to understand. Maybe I get some error. I don't want to miss on those errors. And I'm continuously talking, so maybe you do not get bored. So I have been learning like WordPress because things that you put it on YouTube. Some people like to watch videos, some people like to read blogs, and that is the reason I've created these blogs. Um, and you can go through. I'll put the description links in the description. So if you go there, my website is one other website is sorry .com, the poem story. So you can read poems and stories there, right? Like if you want to read like English poems, you can go through our section of English poems by Charles Dickens, William Wordsworth. If you are fond of reading Hindi poems, you can go to Hindi poems, or you want a website in Hindi, so you can go on the Hindi version of this website. Sorry, like AdSense is running on it, so you might get a lot of ads because that is the only way. If I'm putting my time and effort, that is the only way. I do not want to ask for donation or money to subscribe because I want it to be free for all. These other websites are there which I'm working on. So if you are fond of reading like literature, then you can come to this website. And moreover, like the thing that I'm doing on it is there are Hindi poems and I'm trying to translate and present to you in English, translate into English and present it to you so that the literature, the Hindi literature reaches out to the world. Okay. Okay, it is installing softwares one by one. Let it do its work. 56% it is done. If like related to cloud services, if you want to learn something, or maybe you want to collaborate, or you want like to present like what exactly is this, how the cloud services work, how virtual machines are installed, and how you configure things like Microsoft Entra ID Connect. So I'm working on those videos. However, you can put in comment like if there is any area of interest for you, like that you want to know, you can put it in the comments, and I'll definitely create a video around it, or maybe I'll create a blog around it so that you can read and understand. If I'm able to comprehend well, or if it is beneficial for you, then it is a success for me. We are almost done. It is configuring Python 81%. Okay, and it is almost there, because in the end it will just do a cleanup of the files, and that should be faster. Let us see how much more time it takes. And once the installation is done, I can come up with the basic commands that you need to use, like softwares that you need to use, like terminal, uh, to use the shell commands, or basic commands for Kali Linux, like files and folder management. How do you create files and how do you create folders? Things like this. But somewhere we have to start. First, start with the installation. It is almost there, 89%. So moreover, for this poem story, I've created the application as well, like mobile app that you can install. It is a web view, and you can like search in Play Store. If you search for the poem story, you can find that app. You can install it, and literature you can read. And same way, I'll create an application for this website, Byqus, and you can install it on your mobile phone. But actually, I'm a working professional, so I do not get much time to all these things. And like WordPress development and mobile application development, YouTube creation, and writing blogs, it takes a lot of time. And frankly speaking, like we cannot go out to people and ask them to write blogs because their understanding will be different. Many freelancers are there who will write blogs for you. They'll use an AI tool to write. I also use AI tool. I'll not, uh, but AI tools are good when you are writing a technical blog which is not updated very recently. You cannot write like your experiences through AI tool. These are the restrictions in the AI tool. But yeah, we can. So I have to do everything on my own, and that is why like the process and building the base is a bit slow, because then I'm kind of I want everything, right? I want to be present on the blogging side. I want to be present on the mobile application side, Play Store. I want to be present on YouTube, and that is how you grow. Okay, after 97% it is doing a cleanup. Now we are there. Let us see what screen is next. So it is installing the grub bootloader. Like in Windows you have the bootloader. So it will ask install the grub bootloader to your primary device. You have to go and click yes, and here it asks for device bootloader installation. So you have to do not enter the device manually because it would be the one and only operating system on this drive. So you select the default drive, dev SDA, and it will install the grub bootloader. It won't take this won't take much time because it is just creating a boot record. Yeah, you see it is taking some time. So total time till now, like if you have a very fast internet, the download will take time. So and if you have the operating system only downloaded, so till now we are on like 37 minutes. So yeah, it took around 37 minutes. If you on a PC where the resources are low, the processor is not that a very new one, it will take more time. But okay, now installation is complete and we need to continue to reboot. So we'll continue to reboot. Now it is rebooting the system, and just select Kali Linux GNU Kali GNU Linux, and it will load the Kali Linux login screen. Yeah, it is loading fine. It will load like, yeah. So here we need to put like the user ID that we created. This was the user ID and this was the password. Okay, now it is loading. It has loaded. Now we see the network is connected. This is like the task manager in Windows. So network is already connected. This is the speaker from where you control the volume. This is from where you lock screen. So you get Firefox installed already and the terminal installed already. So this is the terminal where you write your shell codes. Okay, and you look at the application. So Kali Linux is basically used for ethical hacking. I won't say hacking because that is negative, but if you are learning ethical hacking, you need to have Kali Linux because it is built for that purpose. So you have like sniffing tools, right? And one by one we'll come to all these tools and explain, but this video was for installing the operating system. And let us see the network connectivity. Open Firefox and go to google.com. Yeah, it is connecting fine, no problem. So coming back to genome and KDE Plasma, I do not feel we need it because this interface is actually good. If you want to install, like if you want to explore, you can definitely do it, no problem, right? And you can change the desktop background. This one is cool, right? I think we are done with the installation, and that is the end of the video. So keep watching. We'll come up with more videos like this, which will be of your interest. And 1, 2, 3, 4 are nothing but the screens that you can use at the same time. Are these screens? Workspace. Okay. So these are basically like screens only. Okay, I think we are good. Kali Linux is installed. My video is done. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and keep watching. We'll come with more videos, or you can go through my YouTube channel and watch more videos there. If you like, subscribe and like and share. That is up to you. I won't ask you to subscribe, and because I don't know what is the quality of my video creation or how good I am at explaining things. So it is you to decide through comments and subscriptions, maybe. Thank you, and have a nice day.